part 2, the lane phase. And before we get into anything too complicated, you might be wondering why I'm trying to show you how to play lane in an empty training mode lobby. It's because I want to start out with the most important part of lane phase, and that is the minions. So how the minion waves spawn, pretty much there's going to be six minions, 3 of the melee creeps when they start. Hold on, let's just skip ahead a bit. And they spawn at 115, so you know.
Minions have spawned.
There is 3 melee minions, and then 3 caster minions. And if you click on them, you can see the melees have 509 HP, and it scales as the game goes on. And then the casters will always have significantly less HP, but they'll do more damage. So that's something to keep in mind, especially when CSing under turret. I can show how to properly, in air quotes, to how to CS under turret. Pretty simple, really. But the whole object of lane phase is to just get as much gold as possible. Easiest way to do that is just by killing the minions. So also melee minions will always give, oh shit, oh my god, okay. Melee minions will always give more gold than the casters. You see this caster, they're giving me 17, and then if you saw before, the melee gave me 20. So if it's at a point where you have to decide whether or not you're going to hit a minion, always go for the melee or the cannon minion. And if you don't know about cannons, the cannon minions will spawn every 3 waves, so, or every 3rd wave, I should say. So, and then it should be coming up right about here. Right there. So cannon is always the tankiest, always does the most damage, and always worth the most gold. So if you just always get the cannon, try your hardest not to miss this. Something that something that I see some lower rated players focusing pretty heavily on is using abilities to CS. And a lot of them are really afraid to do that, and I'm just gonna fucking tank the turret, I don't give a shit. You shouldn't be afraid to. I don't think, obviously you shouldn't spam your skills on the wave, but it's not, if it's like, oh, I'm gonna, shit, okay, well that was a bad example, but let's just say those minions were both getting extremely low at the same time, and they were both gonna die. And let's say I'm not playing Renekton, I'm playing a champion that actually has mana. You shouldn't be afraid to just miss out on just a little bit of mana so you can get both the creeps. If I say 100% of the time, almost 100% of the time, you should use the skill just to get those minions, and then I proceed to absolutely ruin everything. But you get the point, hopefully. Just hit the minions, kill the minions, and okay, let's see. Next wave, I'll go ahead and block the wave so I can show CSing under tower very briefly, and then after that, I'll move on to actually showing how to play the lane. And from 100% HP, a melee will be able to withstand 2 tower shots. Right there, and then you can hit it. But the casters, they have less HP, so they will only be able to take 1 shot, and then you'll have to hit them. And then you see right there, most champions, especially early, aren't able to 1-shot the remaining HP of the caster, so a lot of the times you're going to have to preemptively hit it, or wait for one of your minions to hit it. So that's something you have to be aware of, and something you'll have to get used to, because, like, I don't actually, I might have enough AD now. I'll get 1 low, and then we'll see. I think I do have enough AD now. Ah, just barely. Okay. Let's see how much it has. 5 HP. Huh. So yeah, that's just something you have to be aware of. But other than that, it's pretty simple once you get the hang of it. And obviously, just practice. Practice, practice, practice. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to slow it down real quick. Playing Renekton in this game, one of my Smurfs against a Darius. So, what I was thinking, I'll just put it back to normal. What I was thinking in Champ Select, because I was actually further down in the pick, was that they already had Darius, they had a Vi, and I was actually going to play Jace, but I decided that they're probably going to want to scrap with me, just based off the other matchups going on in the map, is that Vi is probably going to give me some early attention, and I just didn't feel like playing Jace against that, so I was like, I'm just going to play something that can get out easy, something that can scrap real hard. So playing Renekton, and then, you know, if you're paying attention to the items, you can see Darius making a fucking colossal error, going rejuve bead, super disrespectful, and he's gonna, you'll see he pays for that, haha. But so just speed it back up, get into the lane phase, and let's see what happens. Alright, so level 1. I'm gonna immediately start pushing the wave. I want to get level 2 advantage and then try to get pressure in the lane. So I'm pushing up, looking to see where Darius is, and you can see, I'm gonna pause real quick, I have not started a single ability. I have no points put in right now because I'm waiting to see what he takes. I'm considering taking either W or taking E. And you might be thinking why I might be taking E. If he starts Q, which he did, and he doesn't actually end up showing it for a long time, I wanted the opportunity to chase him down lane and reposition so the blade would not hit me. It'd pretty much guarantee that it would not hit me, and I could get an extended trade-off. And for W, if he starts W, comes up to me and tries to get an auto reset off of me, I'm just going to do the same thing to him and get an extra auto off and walk away. So either way, I'll come out on top if I just react accordingly. So let's just see what happens. He walks up, just CSing as normal. I'm trying to see, I'm getting ready to put a point to ability, see if he'll go aggressive on me, and so far he's playing very, very back. He doesn't really want to do anything with me, and so I'm just content to push the wave and try and get, I'm trying to get him to use something. He's not showing anything, so I'm just going to start trading with him. And he did start Q, and I had a pretty shit trade there. And I got hit with the blade, but going a little too quick for me to even catch up with. I know I'm going to get level 2 before he does, but it doesn't seem like he knows that. So I'm trading here. I back up. I take a lot of minion damage. I see this. See this. Level 2. I immediately go in. I get a lot of damage off, and you know, that was fucking terrible. I'm not a Renekton main anymore, so you know, some of you Renekton players out there might be fucking cringing watching me play, but you get the general idea of getting pressure in lane. I could have easily killed him there, but I made a mistake just in my own mechanics, but the idea is there, and there he fucking goes. Darius, let's talk about this for a second. So this is, I talked about this in the past video. Knowing enemy ranges, very, very important. You can see, it's not really his fault. Also, like I said earlier, Vi coming top lane, she unfortunately came a level 2 soon, didn't have her Q, didn't really have a way to come in on me, so I ended up getting the kill on Darius instead of just dying for free. So I should have known that she'd be here, but then again, I wasn't really expecting her to buff to buff. I was expecting her to be here a little later anyway, so you know, kind of a little all over the place. But Darius is walking up like a fucking mongoloid, walks up, gets killed. For some reason, just doesn't think I can kill him for some reason. I think maybe he just thought he was safe because Vi was here. He's like, oh, no way I can die to Renekton because my jungler's here, which is obviously wrong, and I just die. Nothing I can really do here. I already burned my flash like an idiot right here. Because yeah, just... If you don't know, Darius Q can heal him if he hits the blade, also does more damage. I tried to flash to reposition because I already positioned poorly to try and avoid him getting the heal. He got it anyway, and then I wasted my flash. So it just you know, errors in my actual mechanical play, but the thought process is there. And so I see Maokai is here. I know Vi is here, which is why I walked up. I think. Let's see. Yeah, we saw Vi because of the Maokai. Yeah, like we know she's there, and we pinged her out. So I walked down because I want to scrap. I don't really realize Maokai is walking away to take fucking Scuttle Crab. I'm thinking from a higher level's perspective, thinking that he wants to 2v2 because this is free as hell. I'm level 3, level 2, level 3, level 3. We're gonna win this, and I have a longsword on him. So it's like this is so easy, and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm spam pinging him, get the fuck over here. So yeah, that nothing comes of this. It's just a big old mess, and then we resume the lane phase. Put my word there. And at this point, I'm not expecting Vi to give too much attention to me anymore, maybe one more gank. But now I'm expecting her to just level up a bit more and focus on bot lane, so I'm kind of free reign to top lane. There's nothing Darius can really do to me right now, just because the straight up item advantage I have. You know, a whole extra longsword, a whole extra Doran's blade, so I'm just kind of like, you know, playing the lane. Wait for something that'll happen for me to talk about. Because right now, let's see, if I try to contest. I'm contesting the cannon. That's why I'm moving around like this. Or not the cannon, not yet. Holy shit, what am I doing? Do I think Vi's here? I think I'm playing back because I think Vi is here, actually. This game is from a couple days ago, so this isn't fresh in my memory, but I actually think I'm playing a little cautious because I think Vi is here. Darius walks in for a trade, big mistake, buddy. Takes a huge chunk of fucking damage. Walks back. I fucked that up. Holy moly. That's a big error for me. Let's see. This is a really good trade, actually, for me. That's a real clean mechanics right there. But then I go back in to try and get an auto off. To try and get for what? I don't even know. Really no reason for me to do that. Pretty poor decision making. Really bad on my part. I could have been around full HP right now to Darius's 300, so big no-no. Darius, once again, just if you so you should at least attempt, like, you don't need to fucking study every character, but you should at least know what a character is capable of. Like, he doesn't understand how much danger he's in right now. He doesn't know that my range is literally to like right here. He's in so much danger, and I'm like, what is he doing? Is my cooldown bug? Okay, there we go. And I just kill him. Like, I don't... You have to know what these champions can do if you're gonna play solo queue. Like, you don't need to have a PhD in League of Legends, need to know all these specific interactions and all this other garbage, but you need to at least know what the abilities do. Come on, bud. So this guy is 0-2, 2-1, 10 CS down. My CS is pretty abysmal, but the lane's essentially over now. There's not really much he can do. There'll be a certain point at level 6 where if I feels the need to try and turn this lane around, when she shouldn't. She just can't bot lane, get Trist ahead, fuck top lane. This Darius is very clearly doesn't know what the fuck is happening, so totally reasonable to just abandon him. Darius coming up and taking the fucking control word for some reason. Super disrespectful. I'm actually pretty surprised by this. And then I'm just chasing him down. I'm trying to get him to try and fight me because I'm just gonna ult and kill him. But he's just like, yeah, he doesn't want to mess with me. And I just pulled the wave in for whatever reason. Like, I think because I'm maybe I think I could have just pulled the wave back, and I know I do that further in, but taking the wave is fine as well. Darius comes up for whatever reason again, once again, just clearly not having an understanding of what my character does. Flashes away. And right now, like, why are you running up? This is on cooldown. It's because my flash is coming up. I know the wave is right here. What I'm looking to do is flash E the wave and then kill Darius. And the wave is just a little late. Darius is recalling though, and he's a dumbass, doesn't realize that I can even do this, I'm assuming. And I just kill him. Super sloppy, geez. And if you don't know this, like I have around 50 armor, yeah, 50 armor. A tower, let's see, 180. It'll do less than 300 damage typically the first couple attacks. So that's a good way to measure how many shots you can take. It'll do like 250 about. So I know that I can take at least 2 shots there. So I go for that dive. And the lane's just fucked now. There's nothing that Darius can do. And at this point I can probably just stop the replay, but let's just see how I push my advantage, because this is important. Right now the wave is just pushing back into me. Darius can't do anything. He can't hit these. If he... Okay, this is what I was talking about before. I know there's nothing he can do. I'm just going to sit right here, contest the cannon. I missed the cannon because I'm retarded. But there's nothing he can do. I'm just going to sit here, be an asshole, be in his face, hit these minions. I could actually be playing more aggressive into him, but I'm just not for whatever reason, being a pussy. But he can't hit anything. 29 CS to 49. You know, my CS isn't that great, but I'm denying a lot. Jesus Christ, what's happening bot lane? So yeah, there's just nothing you can do anymore. And let's just speed it up, see if anything happens. See if he even hits a minion, which he shouldn't be able to. There's just barely sitting in XP range. And yeah, that's pretty much it. This is what I should have done before. I think I had enough of a lead on Darius that I could have just pulled the wave up and just froze it right here and tried to deny him farm about 3 minutes ago, so he could have much less than he does currently. But other than that pretty much sums it up. Might look at another replay in a moment where I'm playing a different character.